notice Krill.
Yeah, you notice.
What nonsense is this? What's going on here? Why'd you get locked in a basement?
We're cleaning the room for food. They're going. She said 3 food for a week if we clean out the basement.
Room and board.
Room and board. I think we'll ask for more afterwards.
Yeah, was locking you in here part of that deal?
No, but doors aren't usually a problem.
I guess.
It is true. You have seen him splinter much sturdier doors than that trapdoor.
Anyway,
All right, well,
he doesn't speak common well. We negotiate or negotiate.
you trying to negotiate with the rat?
I mean, he speak. Hello.
Grab my notes here again. My bad.
Yoo-hoo.
Big basement blowout. They're coming.
There we go.
Fabricio.
His name's Fabricio.
Oh, jeepers. With my barely under average intelligence, I'm going to assume that wasn't common, and I'm just, because, he's not mainly common.
What
speaker.
languages do you speak?
I mean, I do speak common, but he probably started with Draconic. So,
Okay.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Because I get 1 use per day, and why not use it?
Okay.
Hey there, fella. What have you and my friend here been discussing this morning?
Okay, so you hear lots of hissing and clicking going on out in the darkness, and you get the weirdest interaction from this spell you've ever had before. And there are times where you get hints at meaning and even a few words, but you're not getting things clearly from it. Something about small oath, defend. Food, young, you're getting lots of communication, but you're only picking up fragments of it.
Yeah. But it's not like with the wargs where it was they're not actually animals, so I didn't just get what they were saying because it's a different language. It's just it's I'm talking to all of them at once.
No, it may be kind of what was going on with the wargs.
Okay.
Check the camera.
Yeah, the camera's being a little funky, but at this point I think we're just gonna have to deal with it.
Do you, sounds like you got something in your bindle back there. Is there... What do you got?
Okay. You hear the hissing voice again for a little bit. And then you hear... Speak... Water?
And then in Primordial, I'm going to say I sort of speak elements, maybe not water specifically, but
Okay.
I'm kind of there.
As someone fully trained in Primordial, you speak all 4 of the elemental
Oh, I do?
languages.
Oh, I'm going to say Aquan then.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so-
speak water. I speak water all the time.
Okay.
You speak water too?
Some. I speak some. Was taught by shaman.
That's cool. I was taught by water, so...
You get the feeling of confusion? Okay, what do you say?
It kind of seemed like maybe you were guarding something back there, like you got some kind of food source back there. I don't know. Are you guys locked in this pit? Does it go on forever? Is there an end? Do you live here?
We can leave, but home.
Cool stuff.
Why here?
I could ask you the same question. Do you know that people live up there and they want to just kill you and eat you all the time?
You hear just this after a brief bit of chattering, as if the voice is translating for you. You just hear this raise and hissing and clicking from all over, and then you see more pinpricks of lights as more pinpricks of reflecting eyes in the darkness as more of them are showing up or whatever. And then the voice comes back. Why? Crap. What would it say? This home. Fabricio said so.
So I'm talking to everyone but Fabricio?
No, Fabricio gone. Fabricio dead.
What is he saying?
And then in comment I'm going to be like, they're saying that they were told by Fabricio to live here and that they can leave if they want, but they don't. Who's Fabricio? Do you know?
I don't know. He's not Fabricio?
No, they said Fabricio's dead.
Oh, sad. Nice name.
How long have you guys been here in Aquin?
Okay.
How many sleep cycles?
You ask how long they've been here? Been some time since we've had paper with dates, but
You guys used to have paper with dates?
yes, don't know right word in water.
There probably isn't a word for that in water. To be honest with you, friend. I mean, I don't think that most like water elementals actually like write with paper. I mean, paper doesn't really. I don't think that is like really conducive to being like up against water. I usually have to like water treat my maps before I like take them out in the rain or anything like that. So I'm sure there's probably just not a word. To be honest with you.
You get like this hanging awkward silence for a minute. Anyway, many months. Came here 6 years ago, at least.
Wow. Does that guy upstairs regularly come down here?
You mean the lady?
Whatever. Yeah, sorry. Does that lady come down here a lot?
She comes. We speak, she hurts.
What are you guys talking about?
The oath.
What oath is it?
Fabricio's oath.
What was his oath?
He gave us home.
And in exchange, she gets to come and just like kill a couple of you to eat every once in a while?
No, that...
What's the other side of the deal?
Fabricio in water. Dying. We take Fabricio out of water. He gives us home. We keep Fabricio safe.
You said he was dead.
You get this like moment of frustration of trying to figure out the word. And they say a word, but you understand it doesn't mean this, but you understand that they're referring to the passage of time, but it's like referring to cycles of tides. And basically, time cannot be protected against.
Do you want to take a crack at this? They are not being clear with me.
I
saying,
have understood nothing.
They're saying that the guy's dead, but that they made a deal with the lady that they could take him out of the water and keep him alive, but he's dead, and it's like time is always and water is rain, and like I don't know what they're trying to say. Are we here to
We were hired to exterminate or remove said residents. I just thought that maybe they'd be rats and I would just book them and remove them. But they're smart, they talk, they're big.
well, I don't know. This seems like
Just little bunny foo-foo so up in here. You're getting like the sense of frustration at their limited grasp of Aquan. Yeah. And the voice calls out, "Speak Vale."
That's
you would guess they mean
Hobbitish or whatever, right?
Hobbitish.
Let me see what I speak.
I don't. You do speak.
Oh, I totally do.
Okay.
Switch. Yeah, I speak kinda halfling. I'm a lot worse at this one than I am at water, but you seem like maybe you think you're better.
Oh, much better. Oh my goodness. It's still like rough and accented, but it seems fluent with halfling.
There we go. I mean, I guess that's. I almost tried to make up a phrase, and it wasn't going to make sense anyway. So, great. So yeah, what is this deal you guys make that she gets to beat the stuffing out of you every night or something?
About 6 years ago, Fabricio Neves, the owner of this place, went fishing in the bay. He's not a good swimmer. His boat was overturned and he was drowning. My clan, which is now called the Shelter Inn Clan, saved his life and brought him back to shore. He promised us protection. He promised us that we could stay here as so long as we protected him. In addition to being that we saved his life, we gave him protection, but he was an old man. I mean, you've seen the streets outside. You understand why he wants protection here. I mean, it's the booze quarter. It's not a great place. But he was old. He died. Old age happens. But his daughter, the new innkeeper, is not so sanguine to the deal. And she keeps trying to get people to come down here and wipe us out. The problem with that is he left the inn to us, not to her.
You don't speak halfling, right? One moment. All right. So here's what the story
At
is.
this time,
things seem a lot
from
more coherent,
from the door
like expressions, more understanding.
from the trap door. How's it going down there? Still pretty quiet for dealing with big rats.
Yeah, we're just getting closer. Give us a second.
Okay.
Does she close the door again?
Yeah.
Okay, once she closes the door again, I'm going to say, okay, apparently several years ago, the owner of the tavern, inn thing, was out in the water and was drowning. They saved his life, and he said they could live here.
When you glance back in, the one that's been speaking to you has come into the light of the torch, and it's definitely a tavern. It's one of the bigger ones that are fully sapient and tend to be leaders of clans of the ones that are not so sapient.
Have I seen these before?
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
seen
we
I
know.
have. I don't think Vanya has.
No, Vanya did business with one.
I
Remember Wishbone Wonders?
You're right.
Yeah.
I was like,
He was bigger than this one is, but
So she's 100% trying to get us to just murder these like other sapient beings just for convenience and for money.
so they're not sapient before they grow to a certain point, and then they go through a transition process of
what was
ceasing
the
to
name
become
of that shop
vermin.
owner?
That was Altair Wishbone.
Alta Wishbone. So once I see them laid out, that's probably what I'd mouth.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of audibility. Just, Alta Wishbone.
Anyway.
To be honest, I'm on their side on this one.
They don't deserve to die.
I agree.
I mean, if they're not killing people, they're still their back is still strong. They can learn to walk on their own. They have time. They just need to get out of. They need to get out of the prison that they are living in.
They said they could leave. You guys can leave, right? If you wanted to.
Of course, we have extensive tunnels, but this is
sure.
our home.
They need papers, documents.
I don't think that they have documents. I don't think that you really need them in a place like this, though,
Speak
right?
with-
I don't have do I need
Maybe
documents?
we could speak.
Is that like something that I should
Maybe
be
we
like?
could calm down.
We need a
Calm
lawyer
down.
too,
Stop.
and an
Stop.
accountant?
Maybe we could. Maybe we could speak.
Still perplexed by your search for an accountant, but okay.
Maybe we could speak with Fabricio. He's dead. I know.
Fabricio.
He's dead. We could speak to Fabricio.
Do you have a way to do that?
Not yet. We can find a way.
It'd be relatively common knowledge that for the money you could find somebody that could do it.
Yeah, but finding you fine gentlemen wouldn't happen to know where Fabricio might be interred, do you?
Of course.
You do? Is he down here?
Yes.
Really?
Well, no.
Oh.
He's not down here.
But he's like down in the dirt.
In
right?
accordance with his will, we buried him in the bay.
Oh.
It is a way.
He's
That-
in the water. He
That way we can
had
like,
an at sea burial sort of thing.
yeah, that way we can have
Kinda hard
them
to find it, though.
we can have them conquer their issue without, loss of life. It's very dirty work though. Because he's buried.
Well, no, he had a burial at sea, so they just
Why do you
tossed him
need
in
to know
water.
where he's buried?
So, it's we Are you very familiar with like upper people society, like people above the dirt?
Fairly.
Fairly. I don't know that there's like a way to like legally get you some kind of ownership or safety from this psychopath that lives above you.
Well, she has the will.
Did he actually leave it to you in the will in writing?
Yes, it's in
Oh,
writing.
here we go.
There's
Okay.
document.
I got this.
I don't know where she keeps it.
I
We've
didn't
tried
hear that, but
We've tried
your
to find
expression-
it, but she's sneaky.
Okay.
New plan.
Here
I'm
we
so
go.
happy you guys
I have an
finally
idea.
found this. The first time you guys came into this city, I was like, the people hawking out their week's worth of room and board for those that deal with rat menace. Like, anyway.
Okay. So,
I wanted to do that.
I have an idea. Okay? You guys be just like so very quiet, okay?
Okay.
What's the lady's name? Do I even know her name yet?
You
His
don't
name?
know her name. But if you ask...
in patron.
Do you,
Patron.
do you ask them?
No, because if he doesn't know and I don't know, then I don't want them
Ask
to tell
them.
me and for her to know that I've been talking to them for 10 minutes. Hey, in lady. I'm gonna fly back over and like knock on the thing.
Name's Diana. What?
Diana, I've got a question for you. Will you come down here? I can't find them. Do they have like another way out?
It's like, just like the rats. And then the door pops open.
Here, let me show you. Come with me.
Okay. So she comes down. She's got what definitely is a club
Great.
Should I
that definitely has some
extinguish the
bloodstains
torch?
on it.
Once she gets down, I'm gonna say, "Message, close the door."
She says, what? And then
Once I
thud.
understand that, I will stand at the ladder.
All right, guys, you can come back out.
And like you're in the darker room because the torch is in the other room. So you like look over and there's this light coming through there, and then there's just flickers of shadows of figures slipping into the room. Like 1, 2, 10, 20, 30, like varying different sizes. Only one is as big as the leader, but they start slipping in with their little glowy eyes in the dark.
Then I'm gonna turn to
They're not
her.
literally
Put the
glowing, but they're
blindfold
reflecting.
back on.
What are you doing?
So I'm going to kind of flap closer to the ceiling because I don't like being in range of people. Is she like a halfling or a full-size person?
She's halfling.
Oh, perfect. That's good. That gives
So
me more
you
room.
can easily be out of her reach.
Okay. And I'm gonna just light a fire on my hand. I'm gonna say, "All right, if you want to go back out of here, because you will in this scenario, we need to know where your dad's will is.
What does that have to do with anything? What?
You are not confused."
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay.
I love the speak veil. Well, yeah. Thank goodness.
All right, I got 19.
It was very unfortunate that Vanya was the one who was
Okay.
there.
Dude, getting it was great.
I know.
Anyway,
So
so
like
you
it was
see-
going
you,
to turn into combat.
you see her holding her club up and kind of shrinking in a little. What do you want?
Well, I think we all want something here. I want to not be a bad person. He wants to do something cool. I don't know. What do you want, Vanya?
I want people to have what they deserve.
Vanya wants people to have what they deserve. They want the bar or inn that was given to them in the will and that you kept secret, and you want to leave this room alive. So let's get what we all want. Where's the will?
Okay. So you can tell she wants to like snap back at you, But she looks over at Great Sword and many eyes in the night and flaming hand and up at the trap door with the probably 120-pound ant sitting on.
I'm so glad I left a message behind. At every level, that was so the right decision.
That's so good.
Dude, Rangers are the
I would
best.
have been doomed without you. I mean, I probably would have survived. Just so many people would have died. I killed them all, the children. The women and the children.
The men, but the women and the children too. I hate tide vermin. Anyway, anyway, I slaughtered them like Brendan. Anyway, she says, "Fine, it's fine. It's upstairs in a safe."
You go get it.
Great. What is the combination to the safe? And I'm going to pull out a piece of paper so I can write it down.
And she tells me the combination.
Great.
I'll wait here. No one goes upstairs.
Good
with
plan.
you.
I will be back.
Okay.
And I'll wait.
She says, I could go with you.
No, you can't.
Fine. Okay. So you go up.
And I'm going to keep message on the door once I come out. It's okay. She's just trying to, like, murder a whole bunch of people. It's okay. I'm going to grab this paper. I'm going to go find a lawyer, and we're going to get this resolved. Good girl.
So you go upstairs. It takes you a few minutes of looking, but you find the safe. You go through it. The lock is not the best, but you're able to get it open. You pull it out, and there's the will. And recorded in crisp halfling is, as they discussed. So it was that the in return for the saving of his life and in service to him, to Fabricio Neves, the Full Rats Inn, named in their honor, would be given to the Tide Vermin clan, the Shelter Inn clan, and that his daughter would act as manager until they were able to take over management themselves.
Alrighty.
How good are you at forging?
Or does the forgery come in?
No. I can't do that.
I have forgery tools.
To scribble Cole Krill.
That would be horrible. Also, Kokrill would have been 3 when that happened. For the record. Alright. Well, cool. I'm going to come back and lean down the door. I'm going to lean down and I'm going to say, oh, I found the will. I'm going to go find a lawyer. And we'll get this in someone else's hands so it can be resolved.
Okay, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. It's going to be not good.
Roll with confidence.
I got 12.
Okay, so the fastest way to get this resolved would be to bring it to the guard's attention. You know that while Tide Vermin do not exactly have the best reputation in the city, they are recognized as humanoid. Mm-hmm. So if you were to bring in the guard, show them what's going on, get it explained, that could probably get it resolved the quickest. It would be the most likely to get her in jail as well. However, it would also be noisy locally, if you know what I mean. If you wanted to do this more subtly, you could go looking for a barrister.
I'm going to go to a guard.
Okay.
Even though I want to go hire a lawyer really bad.
Okay. So you go to a guard. Within a couple of hours, you're able to get this resolved. They come back and they tramp her off to the guard's office, shouting, "You said people should have what they deserved. Think I don't deserve that and more than them?" Ah! And she gets dragged off.
Definitely not after this. Are you kidding me?
And you see them in the light now, and they're not the greatest looking tide vermin you've ever seen. Like, several of them show pretty nasty bruises and stuff. You would suspect from her fighting them off when she went down for whatever reason she did,
Do
etc.
any of them look severely injured?
None of the ones
could
that
I lay hands upon them?
you definitely could, but
I'll do that.
none of the ones that you see are what you would call like critically injured.
Okay, well, and give them a little bit of Spina love.
Okay. So you go ahead
Strengthen
and
their
heal some of them.
spines.
The leader, who introduces as himself as Fishbone, says again in Halfling, "Thank you for this. We tried talking to others, but none of them believed us. And mostly they just wanted to kill us for the free room and board. Incidentally, you and yours can stay here free whenever. Incidentally, we don't speak
or read common so good. Do you have someone that could help translate or like help balance books or whatever that means?
Oh yeah, now I know what I'm doing for this week of downtime. From where? Well, in most of these upper land places, not from where I come from necessarily, but a lot of these above ground people use kobolds for like corporate things. I could find you. It's called an accountant. I'm gonna find him for you.
Accountant.
/ translator. I assume he just. I mean, you guys speak great halfling, better than me. So.
Yes. Fabricio taught us halfling. He could speak common, but he preferred his mother's tongue, as he called it.
Sure. Well, great. I will find a halfling accountant for you, and it's gonna be great.
You saved the day.
Good job, two of you. You solved the rat caper.
How badly did you still want to see if you could kill them all?
I didn't want to. I was looking at them like, they can speak.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
don't want to kill them.
You would probably be able to stomp them, but they would not have stayed engaged with you for very long.
No.
Because
you in
you
court.
would have been a grade of advancement in combat ability above the slums that she's been able to try and get to attempt this before. The first one of them that exploded when he bit you, they'd be like, "Ooh, this is home, but not that much. Let's go." But anyway. Okay, so that is resolved. I think it's time to go back to a certain would-be historian. So, after spending a couple of days looking into the history of Warforged and the Dwarves in the Bardic College, by the way, you will note that the 5 gold gets you access for the week.
Okay.
You guys all go to the freaking Bard College?
He's been researching the history of the Warforged.
I'm heading there soon. This week.
College is boring.
So
College has documents.
let's see.
I just
Supposed to see
hire
it.
my
It's a
lawyers.
Just want to kind of know the studies here as well, like kind of what they do around the college as well.
So the principal thing that they do here is they train bards. They train bards in the school of glamour, the school of lore, and the school of eloquence are the 3 focuses they have here. They do have minor programs in all of the other schools, but especially their sword and valor classes are the least full.
Okay. I'm just gonna go up to like a person at a desk then, and just kind of ask them. So, I was just wondering what you guys like teach here, and just how much it would be to enroll in some of these classes.
You want the easy answer, or you want the complicated answer?
Complicated.
Okay.
Confuse me.
We teach the way that that mortal souls channeling the joy of performance can be used to manipulate the etheric flows around you to create, manipulate, and control energy and matter.
It's kind of confusing.
You want the simple answer?
Yeah.
We use song and dance to do magic.
Oh.
There,
Okay.
Simply put, each person around you, they influence the world around them. It's part of the gift of personhood endowed upon us by the gods. We have little fragments of their being, little fragments of godlike power and creation. Even the Warforged. Dwarves didn't realize what they were doing when they made you, but you have been imbued with that power as well. And with that power, that can be shaped and manipulated to transfer energy, alter things around us, heal people, harm people, protect people, move objects, give objects a touch of spark of life themselves, that sort of thing. And we have learned that one of the ways that we can control and manipulate this, I mean, there's other people that know how to do it. Wizards do it, but they do it through harnessing outside energy. What we do is we try and channel that connection to the world around us in ourselves, and we do that through performance. As we do that, it stirs our emotions, causes us to reach out to the world around us, and through that we're able to take hold of and control the energy around us.
So interpretive dance.
He smiles and does a couple of taps, a stamp and a spin, and light shimmers around him. He says, "I prefer clogging myself."
Fascinating. Well, I might come back here in a little while just to, possibly enroll in a class one of these days. But
He says, let me see what you got. Show me your best moves.
Oh yeah.
well, I'm not much of
You
a,
won't.
I'm not much of a dancer.
Oh, sing then.
Tell a joke.
You like the banjo?
Sing something in auto tune.
Do something.
Let me adjust my vocal
Mr.
cords.
Roboto.
Doc stands up.
Do
Pushes
the robot.
Doc stands up, pushes a button on his neck, and the recording just begins to go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play Bart, just like records.
Fine. I'll do a little bit of a shimmy.
Okay, give me a performance check.
It's not unusual.
15.
Okay. What is your bonus to performance?
The bonus.
-1.
No, it'll probably be plus.
Yeah, it'll be a plus because he was warlock.
Performance.
Was.
So plus
Yeah,
Oh,
plus
he
6.
was?
Okay.
He is ish.
So you go ahead and do your.
Is he out of juice right now?
Hey guys, you go ahead and do your bit of a jig here. And he says, "Not bad, not bad." Get a little pop. You do like the dance that Scout does for
I
a
just-
second there in the middle of.
No, I just full on break dance in the
crap,
middle of the
it's
floor.
Okay, you go ahead and break dance in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
He says, "Not bad, kid. You got some moves on you."
Since your head is made out of metal and wood, you can spin on it without too
That
much
would be
pain.
pretty insane.
He says you got some potential in you. Yeah, if you're interested.
Thanks.
And
Is your creaky? I haven't done that in a minute.
hey, you learn how to do it right. You can do that to heal yourself.
Well, thank you very much.
You see, that was
But-
one of the key things with your people that made him realize that you guys weren't just constructs. And he walks over and he starts singing a child's lullaby, and you feel your aches and pains begin to fade away. Because healing doesn't work on constructs.
Whoa. It's like it took a monster.
Not quite. It didn't. You don't feel energized. You just feel your aches and pains fade.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This has been.
Says, oh, by the way, just for introductory classes, that is 25 gold per class. For basic introduction, you're looking at probably about 3 classes.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Alternatively, you find someone to take you under your wing themselves. Different story. It's up to them.
We'll think about it.
Fair enough.
But thank you. It's been a
Sticks out a hand.
real expensive treat.
Name's Jeremy, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Jeremy. Nice to meet you, Jeremy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Cool.
Have a good
Nice.
one.
And I'm gonna leave the college
Okay.
and kind of go out in like a little clearing area outside of the college. And kind of sit down by myself, look around, and kind of, channel, kind of meditate for a second, and be like, "Hi, it's me." Again. I would like your. How am I going to break this? I'd like to say that I know I've done a few things. Like I'm speaking in my head.
Mhm.
I know I've done a few things that you have disliked, but in the future, I would just like you to know that I will always know that I will do better in the future. But I would like to know from here, what should I do from here on out? Where should I go? I need some guidance. What do I do?
Describe where you are a little better. Like, did you go out of town, or
Yeah.
did you just go
No,
to like
I
a
just-
parky area in town?
Yeah, out a little bit outside of the college, like in a
Okay, so in like a parky area in town.
yes.
Okay. So you just sit there for a second. Nothing seems to happen,
Look,
and then
like,
right. Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
it's silence, and I'm like, look, I know you're there. I know you listen to everything, but I would just like to know what to do.
Stupid milk's going spoiled. I knew I shouldn't have left it in the cellar that long. This is not the voice you've heard in your head before, but it's definitely in your head.
Who is this?
Nobody responds. Gonna have to go throw it all out, start over again. You glance up, and you recognize, much to your shock, one of the goons of the guy that threatened to cut off your hand, just walking across the street a block away from you.
No, shoot. No, don't do it.
You're
No,
in the
no.
middle of the public right here.
No. I'm be like.
Should have gone with the others when they left. And he's beginning to walk out of your line of sight.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tail this guy.
Okay, you get up, start telling. Give me a stealth check.
Do I press control? Crouch.
In your head, yes.
It's like a hanger and everything.
13.
Not bad. Okay. So you get up and you start tailing him. He doesn't seem to notice you yet. He's seems to be heading towards the booze quarter. You are currently in the, if I recall correctly, the living quarter?
Yes.
I believe so. I should have gone with him. As is, it'll be a month before I can hop ship and go after him.
Is he around like an alleyway? Is he like going into?
He's just walking openly on the main thoroughfare. He's currently hauling a jug of some variety.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
He's human, grayish hair, looks to be late 40s. Not in great shape, bit of a probably beer belly, honestly. And like I said, he's got the keg on, keg on his shoulder. Sorry, not the keg on his shoulder. He's carrying a jug. That's what it was. And he's walking away briskly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep tailing him.
Okay. Give me another stealth check.
Ooh. 8.
Okay, so he kind of stumbles and he curses, and you hear that in your head. And he reaches down and he starts retying his boot. And as he's tying, he just glances around, turns back, and sees you and freezes when he makes eye contact. And then he jumps to his feet and starts sprinting away.
I'm gonna keep chasing him.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Ah, yes. Athletics. Doc's specialty.
14.
You don't have any disadvantages from your injuries, do you?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's just cosmetic. That's right.
-1 for my athletics.
Anyway, so without too much difficulty, you're able to keep up with him, even start closing with him. He turns a corner and he says, "Get away from me! You rust-eyed monster! Get away from me!
I keep yelling. I was like, you get back here!
You get away from me!" And then he turns around the corner and he gets hit by a coach.
Oh yeah.
You see him get trampled in front of you, beaten to a pulp by the clutter of workhorses. And then you see this shocked halfling driver hauling back on the reins, trying to control these big workhorses that just seem to spook randomly and just keep stomping. And then you hear a voice in your head say, "See what I can get for you."
I'm back, baby! Woo! No, just kidding.
Try to get the insurance payout. Pretend he's your friend.
Like, so at this point, he's pretty. Is he dead?
He will be in a minute. I'm letting him hold on. Let it linger.
Don't kill him just yet.
Jeez.
I'm gonna try to.
Oh, his friends have left. You don't need to worry about what he'll tell you. I'll get you your vengeance. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It is.
Now, what have we learned?
Oh.
It's so uncomfortable.
Hold on. What have we learned? What is your will, my master? That I am nothing but a servant.
Well, that's an awfully depressing way of looking at it, but yes. When I say do something, do it. When I say don't do something, don't do it. There are consequences to your actions. And even I have limitations on how much I can control the fallout, especially as you grow stronger.
I will. I'm kind of trembling at this moment. I'm like, I'll be careful in the
Good.
future. But seriously though, what about him in the street? Is he?
He's... now he's dead.
Oh no! What's on hood? Kind of. Oh, I'm gonna kind of, tail it back towards the inn.
That's wise. You don't want to attach too many images of Warforged chasing someone in the streets that got horribly trampled to death in a freak accident, wouldn't we?
How did you do that?
Well, it's simple. Nudge here, nudge there. Whispers in the sleep. Denying sleep. A little harder to do to you, I suppose, but not impossible. Leave someone ill-tempered. You see, it took me a little while to work on the driver to make sure that he would be not with it enough to stop the horses. Didn't take very long to get the horses ill-tempered, though. You see, everyone has their switches. Everyone has their buttons. And no matter how much they may look a little more meaty and a little less cog-driven than you, they're nothing more than cogs in a machine that cranks meat through to nothing. And I know where all of the controls are.
I never really asked what your name is.
That's a dangerous question to ask in our business. What did your friends call me? The Yellow Man, the Man in Yellow? I've been called a lot of things. My favorite, though, was the Yellow King.
The Yellow King.
Now, that's not my name, don't get me wrong. But it's...
What kind of a stupid name is that?
but it has enough history to it to give it some weight. And when things get enough history, enough weight behind them, they gain power. And so it suits me.
You know where I came from?
I know of where every molecule of you came from, not that you know the meaning of the word.
I'd like you to help me at least know where I came from.
That can be done.
So what now?
Now you go back to your friends. I think they're about to start either a monster hunt or another monster hunt, depending upon how you look at it. I'm sure they could use an able-bodied sword hand like yourselves. Besides, they're awfully interesting to me as well. Also, don't give them my message. None of them are ready, and it would be bad for you if you gave it to them.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah, yes. Then I say, yes, sir.
Sir, I missed that. Anyway, have a good day. I've got other things to be about.
I'm just I'm gonna head on over back to the inn and kind of see what everybody else is doing at the moment.
Which inn?
The black.
The Full Rats?
Yeah, rat.
Okay, that's the one where the inn people have gone to. There's the safe house people, and then there's the inn people.
I'm gonna go to the inn people. Back to my home.
So did he just imply that the accountant I'm looking for is a monster? Or does he just still think I'm looking for a lawyer? In which case, he's probably right.
Probably a corporate
I
accountant.
still have a
Oh,
couple
I
more
hope
things
so.
on my list.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I would rather
If I can
court
just fly
ball
through
than
them real
tight.
quick.
Lex hasn't had anything for a
Okay.
bit. You've had a bit. So,
Okay.
yeah. Well, you did some stuff with him. But, yes.
Okay, so the morning after I wake up from
Yep.
my first rest.
Yep.
Okay. Is Vanya there in the room still? Did
I
he come
presume
back?
so.
Yes, I would not have left until you woke.
Okay. Alright, so she gets up, starts getting ready for the day, and she looks like death. Like her face is ashy and she has like dark circles under her eyes. And as she's getting ready, she looks at you and
You look terrible.
Vanya's a charmer.
He's like 40 something. He doesn't give a crap.
I
Are you okay?
I did something really stupid.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I went down to the old safe house, and
The empty one, or a different one?
yeah,
Empty one.
and I sent to we'll talk about it later.
Are you sure? You seem really concerned. I
Yeah.
feel like it'd be better if you opened up.
I do feel like it would be good to open up, but there's no reason to be too specific.
Okay. I think I guess I stuck my nose in some place I shouldn't have, to put it mildly, and I'm just feeling a little.
Do I know who you talked to?
Yeah. I talked to. Can I say specifically who I talked to, or no?
Go ahead and say whatever you're gonna say.
Okay. Well, I sent to the merchant. Do you remember that guy?
Oh, the funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
feel like you need to remind your friends that they need to pay their debts.
yeah, well, I decided that since I had money, I should pay him back. Which
Yeah, that's why I don't like being in debt. I never purchased anything from him.
Yeah.
Maybe
well,
I did in the future, like he said.
Future debt is the worst kind of debt.
Well, I asked him about the future, and I didn't like what was in it.
You had a fortune telling or
Or something like that.
Yeah.
something? And is it haunting you in your sleep?
It was more of an in the moment kind of bad experience, but I don't think it's. I think that's all I should say at this point.
Who do you worship?
Senora.
The Senora. How long have you worshipped the Senora?
Oh, just grew up with it. Just
How often do you pray?
when I feel like I need to.
Because the future is bleak, always. Because it's always falling apart. The constant things like the Senora, or in my case, Spina, something that brings strength, brings fortitude. So as I was saying, rely on the things that you know are true to you and true to your family, and hopefully that will give you the strength you need. But in the meantime, you have us. And you definitely have me. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to open about? Like, if it's scarring enough that you look like you didn't sleep over these last 8 hours, I mean, I don't know.
Well, how do you think you would feel if you saw billions of, Vanya dying?
Is what you feel like you could say to
There it is.
Found it.
But what comes out is something more along the lines of, well, with everything that we've been through, sleep can be hard to come by.
Yeah, it can be.
And then you think, friends are good. So is prayer. Gives you strength, helps you through tough times. But there's no reason to burden your friends with what you've seen. It would just make them more sad.
Okay.
If somebody
Just go ahead and do whatever you want.
Well, what I was going to do would be to show Vanya specifically, the scene of, the icy place that I saw, and ask if that looked familiar to him in any way. But I don't
can
need
try.
to do. I don't need to do that,
You can always try.
right?
You don't need to do that.
You don't know.
Yeah. So.
So
And
Vanya
again,
would,
just to be clear, do whatever you're gonna want.
well,
Do
Vanya
whatever
would
you
say
want.
to
No, I don't. I don't
yeah.
feel the need to do that.
Vanya would say to what you said. He'd say, I've gone through a lot. I've stopped a lot of breaths. I have not forgotten. But I regularly remind myself that the reason I was able to was because Spina told me that I would be able to. And I was. It still scars me. It still haunts me. It still makes me feel like I should step away from my family because I'm a murderer. But it is a purpose I have. I have to commit to what I promised to Spina. It is who I am, right? And you are wizard, you are scholar, you are committed to learning, and you found something out new, and it's scary. But you found out something new,
Mhm.
and that is a beginning. So don't lose all hope because it's scarring. There's something new. Get excited.
I'll try. Hey, thanks for
Yeah.
making sure I was okay.
Of course, anytime.
All right.
And I don't know what else we would talk about. Probably getting ready and where we're gonna go for the rest of the day. But
You're getting ready to go deal with some.
I sure am. I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
So after we have our talk, the thing that I need to do on that particular day, I have a couple things to do. We can space it out.
Yeah.
First thing I needed to do was go to the college for my orientation, but
First day at school.
I also wanted
no, I
to.
forgot to get her an apple for her first day to give to the teacher.
There's still
And
time.
there's apple bobbing downstairs.
That's true.
I have a painstakingly established apple bobbing.
You're right. I'll go get the apple.
Well, you don't know,
Yeah.
Minotaur.
Sean. You don't know that's where I'm going.
You're right. I don't know.
But
It's like, for no reason, I feel I should get you apple. Sorry for a big bite out of. It's only from apple bobbing.
I feel like I should state to the table that I do have a plan for tracking down Jebediah. So, like on the third day,
Okay.
I would like to gather everybody to discuss that. But
Okay.
right now is the first day, so orientation.
I want to know so badly what's going to happen at college.
I know. I'm sitting here riveted.
It's been like 4 weeks now since
I
it
know,
started to
like-
be like established, and I want so badly to find out what's going on.
If Luke got to me before you got here, I was going to say, skip me, Jake needs to be here.
Hey, it's almost like I foresaw. Anyway.
But I will set out. I will actually leave 2 hours earlier than I need to because like my speed is still halved. So I'm just
You gotta have time to go through security. So
I'm just like old lady, like kind of like shuffling my way to the Bard's College.
That is wise. Being diligent, being prepared, and exercise is good as well.
oh, what if they stop you from going to do whatever you're gonna go do?
Oh, it's tragic. All right, and as I'm going, and just
It's so disappointing. I'm so curious.
as the camera is like watching Hazel walk into the university, you notice that her she kind of has like a nervous energy about her, and she kind of like hesitates at the gate like several times before actually going.
Okay. Okay, so you get in, you go and you check in with the guards. They're like, oh, it's you again. Oh, coming back to see about school. Okay, well, potential enrollees, they get in free. They sing you your song that's going in the back of your head. It's comforting. It's great. You head down through the library into the halls and head on over to the little fragment of wizardry in the Bardic College.
Yeah, I'll try to just like not look so like death warmed over and just
Give me a
like
deception check.
okay.
Or disguise kit if you have one.
For makeup.
11
11.
for deception.
By the way, I read an article the other day that had an awesome idea of using a disguise kit to make a fighter, like a more melee type, look like the wizard and make the wizard look like the fighter. For
I
in
mean,
combat.
I could see a lot of
That's
validity to
funny.
that.
You're like, wait, what's going on?
No, don't harm the unfrail battle axe.
Anyway,
Anyway, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'll just try to perk up as much as possible and like knock on the door.
What did you get on your roll? Sorry. I got distracted by a funny
11.
story. 11? Okay. Okay. So people are getting you like those looks of like, I can tell you're freaked out at college. Good luck. You know the looks I mean.
Yeah.
The real college experience.
And anyway, so you step in
Finals week.
and there's nobody at the front desk.
Okay. Is there like a bell?
Yeah, there is, but
Okay, I'll ring the bell.
okay. So you ring the bell. After a little minute, you see a head pop around the corner, and it's the same older guy from before, and he goes, ooh, and then ducks back.
I'm here for the orientation. I paid you for that, remember?
Just a minute.
Yeah, okay. I'll take a seat. Like sigh heavily. Try to catch my breath.
What's your passive perception?
Not good, it's 11.
Okay. Okay, you don't hear anything. You're just sitting there for a little bit.
How long am I sitting there? After 5 minutes?
It's not 5 minutes, but it's a solid, awkward 3 or 4 sort of a thing.
I'll kind of like tap my foot kind of loudly.
Then you see the guy step back around the corner, and you can see like he's like a little bit in the shadows because he's further into the hallway, and he kind of like. Then he walks over, and he comes up and climbs up his tall like booster seat to get up to the top of the desk, and sits down and he says,
I'll stand back up and walk towards the desk.
I regret to inform you that at this point we are not accepting any applicants.
You're kidding, right?
No, I wouldn't kid about something like that. Unfortunately, our class load is so full, we can't accept any more applicants at this time.
What's the real reason?
Well, I mean, I imagine someone in your position may have some inkling.
Read his mind. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm trying not to do that so
I know.
much.
I got too excited.
Like there was a bad experience lately?
Like
Yeah.
yesterday?
Mhm. So, can you be honest with me and tell me the reason why you don't want me to admit me to your clearly crappy subpar program?
Look, I'm sorry, miss, but you have to understand. As our neighbor, we rely on the Grand Order of Wizardry's United Universities in order to establish our own curriculum and to provide arcane materials. And when someone is in the bad books of the Wizards of the Iron Alliance, it unfortunately extends beyond their borders. For, I mean, I'm sure you've heard it said, there are basically two schools of thinking. The Gnomes and the Dragons. And no matter what nation you're in, it still comes back to them. I'm sorry, I don't know what it was that happened. I'm sure you're not the guilty party in all of this. I mean, gnomes and their politics. But, there's no other way to say it, but you're in the black books.
She kicks the desk, like, hard.
It doesn't shift much. It's meant for a human.
Yeah. She says, well, can you admit me, I'm under a different name? I'm not Hazel Tenpenny, I'm Holly Cienfuegos, you know?
Miss, I'm going to be honest. As soon as word got back, they asked for your location. We did not tell them. I would suggest you not mess with anything connected to Iron Alliance study of the arcane. Again, we did not tell them. That is, we will accept some infringement, but we will not compromise the potential safety of others to kowtow to
Okay,
them.
can I get my money back?
Yeah, he pulls up this bag and looks at it with begrudging love and then drops it over the side.
She gives she hurriedly, like I bet some coins like spill on the ground. She gives him 7 gold and then books it out of there.
You don't have to give me anything. Oh, fine, I'll take the gold. Actually, and then there. So you're booking it out.
Well, as fast as I can go.
Especially at your reduced speed.
Shuffle
After a
out.
little bit, the door swings open, and he's like, "Oh, closer than I thought."
I turn back with like venom in my eyes.
Again, miss, we didn't. You're safe, or for whatever problem it is. We did not tell them. But stay away from it for your own sake.
Yeah, I'm. If they ask again, I'm leaving town. I'm going to.
We know better than to deal with the Iron Alliance directly. This came through a request of a larger branch in a different town. They have no knowledge that it has any connection.
If they ask, I'm on to the Solar Ascendancy. If they ask.
I'm going to be honest, miss. I would recommend we make it more believable and say you're going to Arum. The Dragons would be proud to train a competitor.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go save dragons. Best safety to you, miss. And then he steps back inside.
Alright, I leave as quickly and discreet. Actually, I'm going to duck around the corner and cast Disguise Self on myself to kind of look like the typical Bard's College student.
Paranoid but wise.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
And leave as quickly as possible.
So you